Welcome to the show, Saturday Morning Cartoons, the show where we watch bad, weird, dumb, funny cartoons
forgettable
that have barely seen the light of day. Would you
And
say that's accurate?
yeah, I think that
Okay.
describes it all. Occasionally, a good cartoon will sneak in, but it's not on purpose. We did watch Dungeons and Dragons, and it was an anomaly.
We were expecting that to be bad because they don't hold up very well. But then that turned out to be good.
It was far better than expected. But I'm Nick. That's Joe. George is with us, and this week our special guest is Jason Griffith. Hi, Jason.
Happy Shaturday. Hello.
Thank you.
So good to be here. So good to be here.
I like the beard you got going there.
Thank you. This is all part of it. I wanted to look as closely to how I looked when I was 10. So I got the graying beard going.
Is that a kimono?
It's a silky kimono.
Okay.
I wasn't able to find something appropriately. I had a robe, but it just looked like a shirt. So I asked my wife if I could borrow this, and she said, absolutely not. She left, and I put it on.
Nice.
Stunning.
Yes. Well, you look fantastic.
And I'll tell you what, it's coming open a lot. And I double cinched it. I double belted it, and nothing's working here.
We all noticed.
It's cold.
And it's going to be fun to watch to see how open that gets throughout today's episode. So stay tuned, everybody. Jason, we met you because we were doing directing videos for a company called Howcast, right? Or did we meet you before that?
You met me before that. Actually, the very first time I saw you was on stage at Galapagos doing the Found Footage Festival.
It was one of our very first shows ever. Yeah.
It was volume 2, I remember, and I saw a video of my cousin was in about fire safety, and I could not believe you guys. I had never seen the video, and I approached you guys afterwards. I said, I lived with that man, and we just went from there.
Wow.
That's right.
You probably told us that story, but I've since forgotten about it. But like, we should have your cousin on sometime to talk about that video.
Oh, he would love to.
Was it? It was. Let's rap about fire safety, or let's talk about fire safety.
Let's be cool about fire safety.
Be
I believe.
cool. Okay, the original. Okay.
Yeah.
With Gilbert Gottfried as a talking fire alarm, I believe.
And phenomenal talent Lisa Lipschitz from MTV as one of the fire safety dancers.
Oh man! All right, yeah, all right. Why do we have you on? We should really get. Can you get your cousin in?
Jeremy, come on in. He's in Indiana. It'll take a little while.
Jason, you are an actor, and you're on screen, but you also do a lot of voiceover work and have done a lot of cartoons. In fact, you were the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog from 2003 to 2010. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
Would you say that's your claim to fame as far as voiceovering?
I hope so. No, that's that when I get unsolicited messages every morning in my inbox, it's always about Sonic. Everyone wants to know, what did I think of this episode and this, at this time code. I have
real?
no way of oh yeah, every single day. In fact, I get a message every single day from someone just explaining to me how wonderful their day went yesterday. So every morning, I think for the past 3 months, I've gotten an update from someone I've never met, and I have no idea who it is.
And do you like that, or are you creeped out by it?
I'm not creeped out by it, but I think it's definitely an anomaly I didn't expect, especially in this information age where you can just wake up, look at your phone, and say, "Hey, he ate cereal yesterday." So,
and you used to go to conventions too, right? For like Sonic fans and.
Yeah, I went to one in Dallas, Texas, and it was a Hedgehog convention, and I kid you not. About 5 people attended it, and it was for live hedgehogs. They were in plastic bins. People opened the bins and let hedgehogs run all over the place. And then I answered questions about Sonic.
I would think that you would be at like a video game convention or something, or a cartoon convention of some sort, but you're actually at an actual hedgehog convention. What questions did people have for you? Because I imagine that they were actual Hedgehog fans, not Sonic fans.
There were both, this is a good decade ago. I think that was the last convention I ever went to. But the one before that, I believe, was in, I want to say, your hometown. It was start naming cities in
Madison, Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
something more different with an O, maybe.
Oshkosh, Oconomowoc.
We could
it's
do
in
this
Wisconsin, though, right?
Yeah.
Eau Claire.
Yes.
That
was it. Yeah.
Okay.
That was the very first convention I went to. Yeah, it was pretty much as you'd expect. People dressed up like characters and asked me a lot of questions that I wasn't able to answer.
That was going to be my next question. Is like, do you actually know the lore of Sonic the Hedgehog, or do you just read the lines and then you're out of there?
That was the protocol. That was how we did it. I didn't get to see the episode beforehand. It was animated already. You just look for my lines were always highlighted in blue. I do those lines. The director tells me, some sort of context, and I did as good as I could have. And some say I really perfected my game the year they canned me. So
I actually, I want to play, so I'm not going to ask you to do the Sonic voice, but there was a YouTube video I found just before we went on air called The Evolution of Jason Griffith as Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
That was close. Are you okay?
Yeah, thanks a lot.
I didn't think you could talk.
My name is Sonic the Hedgehog. Hey, Shadow. Long time no see. All right. Like black creatures really mean business. Let's you and me show them a thing or two. Hey, he's on our side.
That's you.
That was both of me. I played Sonic and Shadow.
The still playing. You played what?
I played Sonic and Shadow, so I was both of those characters.
Oh, man,
yeah.
A threat.
It's funny, a double threat. It's funny. I don't remember. That sounded like I had a head cold when I recorded it, because it did get a little cool. I remember there was a producer who came in and he said, "You know what? It's gotta be a little cooler. So try making Sonic a little cooler, a little less nerd." I was going more Urkel in the beginning, less Studley Hedgehog, but. Yeah, that you brought me back to when I was 22 years old, man.
Wow.
Hey,
so we're talking to cartoon royalty right now.
Is it the best job ever? I brought this up on previous shows. I'm just like, voiceover has got to be the best job ever. You get to wear your kimono. You have a studio. You're in your studio in your home right now, right?
Yeah, that's right. This curtain came from Brooklyn. Yeah, it's I'll tell you what. It's right now. I'm so lucky to be able to do this because having a family, a child, and another one on the way, like to have some sort of income coming in.
What's that like?
I'll tell you what, man, I've never been more grateful in my life. But
it seems like a sweet gig. Like you don't have to take a shower before you come in. You get multiple takes until you get it right.
I'll tell you what, barring the I guess 7 to 6 a.m. recordings I've had to do, if I have to get up at a regular hour to record something, I always shower, always put on a nice shirt. No one sees me, but it makes me feel like I'm a professional as opposed to just like, some guy tumbling in. To record,
I don't know. I think you're doing it wrong. Yeah.
Get lazier. That's our motto.
Thank you.
Well, I want to ask you more about doing voiceover for cartoons, and I'm sure things will come up. But let's talk about the important thing first off: is what's everybody eating for cereal? Joe, what do you have today?
Oh, I've never been more excited about my cereal than I am today, and I'm just going to show it to you. See if you can see. I don't want to spill anything, but can you see? Can you even guess what this is?
Those are just the marshmallows from Lucky Charms?
Just the marshmallows. So Whitney,
you have a problem.
Whitney heard us talking about this. Whitney from Michigan. She said, as a happy holiday treat, I sent something to the office in your name. I found that you can actually purchase bags of cereal marshmallows. So of course I had some sent to the office. Enjoy living out your childhood dreams and happy holidays to the whole crew. Look at this. It's just marshmallows. And then look at flip it up. Look at all that dust.
Oh.
I have to ask, are your childhood dreams, do they include type 2 diabetes?
Of course, all kids do. And I took one bite of this, and it's tough.
Too much of a good thing?
Yeah, it's tough. It's real hard here. So,
George, what do you have?
Well, let's see. I'm going to show you the box here. It's I have Cheery Joes.
Oh, look at that handsome box.
They're as you can see, they're Nick free. It says here, and I got the loaner size.
Okay, good. Yeah. That's 18 ounces. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Jason, what are you eating this morning?
I couldn't bring myself to get the real sugary stuff, so I found some vanilla almond granola.
That's
and
pretty
that has
good.
that has real brown sugar in it. So I'm eating it out of a mug. But I didn't want to totally cop out in this, and it's really bad.
It looks like you can use some marshmallows.
Yeah. Here, I'll take a couple.
I'll mail you some. Yeah.
I didn't want to cop out, so I did bring some pre-workout Energizer.
Oh.
Yeah, it has Devil's Claw. So whatever that does,
great.
I won't be working out, but I will drink it.
That looks hideous, what you're drinking right now. That looks terrible.
Is Devil's Claw a character in Street Sharks?
Yes, he's the main villain.
Okay.
I found, or actually my girlfriend found Strawberry Krispies. You heard of these? Pretty good.
Never.
Pretty good. They turn the milk strawberry flavor, and I got some inspiration. I happened to have some vegan marshmallows, and I made a strawberry Rice Krispie bar. Played with them this morning.
Oh, cool.
And I'll be munching on that.
You sounded really intimidating when you said that you made a vegan strawberry Rice Krispie treat. There, you sounded really intimidating.
Hey, bro, when you got a fridge full of vegan mallows, you do what you got to do. And let's start off with a commercial. I want to start off with a commercial for Street Sharks because this is the show we're doing today. We're doing a 1994 cartoon. It ran from 94 to 97 called Street Sharks, in the vein of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And like a lot of especially boy cartoons, this one was to sell toys. And the toys, I gotta say, regardless of what you think of the cartoon, the toys are awesome. So here's a commercial for Street Sharks toys.
Warning. The evil Dr. Paranoid changed 4 innocent brothers into huge creatures. Man.
Morphing technology.
You're in my control. Think again. 4 heroes fighting to stop Dr. Paranoid and his evil creations from taking over the world. They fight, they bite, they kick some serious spin. Street Sharks, Ripster, Blades, Jab, and Big Slam Jump, fighting to defeat Dr. Paranoid, half man, half piranha monster. Time to go spear fishing. Go fish, blowfish. Street Sharks, they bite, they fight, they kick some serious spin. Each sold separately, new from Mattel.
Jawsome.
That was a great toy commercial.
I thought
that would have worked on me.
I thought that doctor had a cookie eye patch, but it's a seashell.
Yes, keeping in line with the aquatic theme.
And it's also sharks that wear pants, which I can get behind.
There's sharks that wear pants. There's sharks that wear rollerblades. Does it get any more 1994 than that? Like one of the sharks skateboards. One's known for wearing rollerblades.
I completely missed the boat on this. I'm not familiar with this at all. I think that I was a senior in high school at that point. I probably wouldn't have been into baby cartoons. I was more,
Joe, were you a senior from 94 to 97?
Yeah, it was a long time. It was a long time. Yeah, it was like a few years, but I'm really smart because of it.
Yeah. Did you? And anybody else familiar with this one?
Oh
No.
The reason I heard about it at all is because I was looking up a cartoon that would be good to play for our New Year's episode of Saturday Morning Cartoons, and I was like, did any forgettable cartoons have New Year's Eve episodes? And it turns out the one I'm going to show today did, from Street Sharks, loosely New Year's Eve themed. So
I have to. Oh, sorry, sorry, Nick.
Go ahead, Jason.
I was just going to say the only connection I have to this cartoon is I believe it was one of the sharks was voiced by the very first guy who directed me as Sonic, Andrew Rannells.
Yes. So let's talk about Andrew Rannells because I know him from Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
He was nominated for a Tony. He originated the part of the lead in Book of Mormon, and now he's on Big Mouth as a character on that show, and has done. He was in Hairspray and done a ton of Broadway, but he got to start doing voiceover, right?
Yeah, he was doing cartoons. When I met him in 2003, he was directing Sonic, and I think he was cast. I don't remember the show, but he was cast as the lead in another cartoon around 2004 that was like immediately canceled. And I just remember him saying, "That's what happens when you make me the lead of a cartoon." But a very, very cool guy. But as soon as he got Book of Mormon, he was out. Like no more directing cartoons for that guy.
He's talked about too how he did a live. I think he did voices in Pokemon at one point or some spin-off of it, and he did a show called Pokemon Live where they're in the costumes and toured with it too.
Yes.
And he just says it was the worst gig he ever had, but he needed money. So,
was he an actor in Book of Mormon, or was he a director?
Yeah, he was the lead, the head Mormon guy.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you've seen that, you'd know who he is.
Yeah. I saw him at the I want to say that whenever Book of Mormon was up for a Tony, I was at the Tonys that year, and I saw him for the first time in years, and I said, "Hey, Andrew, how are you?" And he came up to me and gave me a kiss right on my mouth.
Really?
I was like, it's great to see you after all these years.
He was excited. I mean, it was a big night for him.
That was a big night for me.
Yes, he played a tiger shark named Streaks in Street Sharks, and it's because he was the rollerblading shark. Oh, he's also, by the way, he's also on Netflix's new musical, The Prom, which just came out.
Yeah.
So, and he's openly gay, plays a lot of gay characters now, and but he plays a self-proclaimed ladies' man, Bobby, in /Streaks in Street Sharks. He's extreme. He did parachuting, snowboarding, and played drums. So he's basically the Poochie of this series.
So versatile.
I feel like they're all Poochies, aren't they?
Yes, they are. They are. Everyone's a different version of Poochie from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
And the plot is there's a doctor who's working on gene splicing, Dr. Bolton, and his partner, Dr. Paradigm. They create a machine known as the Gene Slammer. And it changes aquatic animals into hybrids by combining their DNA. Paradigm has nefarious ideas for this, so Dr. Bolton flees, and his sons though get turned into hybrid 4 different types of sharks, and their Paradigm gets spliced with a piranha. He becomes known as Dr. Paranoid. He's the villain. So it's Dr. Bolton's sons, the Ripster, Jab, Streaks, and Big Slamoo.
And it's based on an 18th century novel, is that right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes.
They missed an opportunity with Piranha and Paranoid to mix those two. They could have done Pirananoid, or
you're right. Paranoid is a little bit of a.
Oh, is that what it is? Paranoid.
Yeah, it's Paranoid. So they kind of did, but it's.
Oh, okay, all right.
Doesn't. Yeah. So they all had their finishing moves. They like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They all had their different personalities, and you don't really see the Doctor except on a screen. They do have like a Q-like assistant from James Bond named Benz, who's like the tech genius. He gives them their weapons. And the New Year's Eve episode, for some reason, aired in April 1995.
They never air on the actual holiday. Like we've shown so many Christmas episodes that aired in like August.
With
teeth like that and with muscles like that, why do they need weapons?
It's a strange thing, and I think it's basically to sell different types of toys. And speaking of selling toys, in 1995, you know how they have a toy fair in New York here where everybody goes to see the new toys. And a lot of times, I don't know if you've ever done something like this as an actor, Jason, but you get hired to work a convention as like to demonstrate something. In this case, they got a relatively unknown actor who'd just been in a breakdancing video and done some acting, but hasn't really been in much, to demo the Street Sharks in 1995 at the Toy Fair. Here's a clip.
And these are our Street Shark vehicles. These are the Shark Bikes. This is the 4x4 Shark Cruiser. And this is the ultimate in getaway gear, Dr. Paranoid's Helo Jet. Over here we have the incredible Hand Sharks. They're alive. The kids bring them to life. Kid controlled. Punching action. Look at that. Slow down, guys. We have Ripster, we have Slobster, and we have Killamari.
Slobster.
There's a 90-minute TV animated special coming out in March, and then we have a 13-episode action-packed series starting in September. We're back in these Street Sharks every step of the way. Here are the Wave 1 Hand Sharks. We also have something new for this fall. They're called Shark Buddies. Here they are. Soft on the outside, but the same biting and punching power. Look at that. Brotherly love.
Shark
Blades
attack.
and Ripster. That's
Awesome.
right, folks. We back them every step of the way.
Yeah.
They're tearing up the streets in 1995 and destroying the competition. Who says heroes don't have a soft side?
There he is, Vin Diesel.
David Schwimmer. Oh.
No, not David Schwimmer. No.
He was jacked back then.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm sold. He sold me on it. Like he's good. Like you can
He
see,
was
like, he's
good.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, you get it.
I would have liked to have seen a little more belief in his eyes, or his maybe his buddy gets attacked or something, or when he asked the sharks to slow it down, they just ramped it up. That would have sold it for me.
Well, wait a
I'm
second.
sorry. This shit is really working. I'm sorry. I'm on a talking jag right now.
Well, I was gonna ask, was Vin Diesel the taller one or the shorter one? I can't remember.
Hard to tell.
Yeah.
But
Diesel is part shark, though. I think you could tell from that.
That's true.
Yeah, that was one of his early acting gigs. And so this episode we're going to watch is Dr. Paranoid is visited by his future counterpart. They invented something called a time slammer, which allows them to time travel. And
We know.
Yeah, okay. And this one has a lot of weird parallels because he's trying to release an airborne virus for New Year's Eve. So, sorry, everybody.
Do you know if the person who invented the gene slammer is the same person who invented the time slammer?
Yes, Dr. John Bolton. Yes.
Okay, did both of them. Okay.
So here's a little bit of Street Sharks, and yeah, here's a Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. Street Shark.
Some say they're just no good. Half shark, half man, fighting evil, that's the plan. Street Sharks. Street Sharks. Street Sharks.
They can literally swim through concrete. So they
Those fins are dangerous, man.
I like it. I like it a lot.
It's a fun concept.
Does this take place in Venice?
Yeah. I think so, yeah. The canals of Venice. They also ride motorcycles.
I have a feeling this is one of those seizure cartoons.
Yeah, I mean,
This
look
is
at
one
this
of the-
still.
Exactly. It's constant. Like there's so many cuts, like every half second.
I really appreciate the use of the saxophone.
Me too, yeah.
Yeah.
This would have been aired during your second senior year, Joe, I think.
Okay, right. Yep.
95.
Oh, I remember that like it was yesterday.
Yep.
Street Sharks. They fight, they stand for everything right. Street Sharks.
So they fight.
They bite too.
Ah, not again! I've recomputed this formula 100 times. Will this ever come out right?
Talking out loud to
It
himself.
is my destiny
He
to
has a bad
engineer
guy
an
accent.
airborne virus that will genetically perfect the entire populace of the
The bad
world.
guy eye patch too.
Not with your flawed reasoning.
It's a piece of steel now.
Yeah, it's changed his life.
You've wasted so much time, I've come to help you. You're me of the future. To compare you to me is like comparing a caveman to Einstein.
Oh, good analogy.
He kind of has
get it.
shredder claws too, doesn't he?
Totally.
It's even the ripoff of the villain.
Of course! That's brilliant! The molecular mechanism for altering the entire world's genetic code! It's quite elementary, really, at my exalted stage of development. Mako sharks! Incredible! I've only started to imagine them!
Those things aren't going to behave.
Yo, Finmeisters, we've got a video email.
It's a lot of aquatic puns in
A
here.
video email in 1994?
Whoa.
95, yeah.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Yep, and I think you never see the dad who either died or went missing, but you see him through these monitors. So
That keyboard is hard to use.
There's no letters. Yeah, back in 95 they didn't put letters on yet.
Right, F1 through F30 at the top.
And there were 1,000 keys.
None of them labeled.
Clint?
Dad? Is that you?
Yes, Coop. I've got a bad connection. I'll talk fast. There's been a disturbance in the time-space continuum.
The Time Slammer. Pure Annoying must have built a new one.
Dad, what about Ben's DNA sample? Any luck?
I've been analyzing it, but I'm having difficulty isolating what makes Ben's immune to Paranoid's gene-slamming virus without an actual sample of it.
That's Ben's there.
More action.
Dad?
Dad! A Walkman on his
How are we
belt?
supposed to get a sample of the virus?
Wait, can you back up?
Especially when-
Can we look at the shark's genitals there? Just like there we go.
Yeah.
Whoa!
That shark, in a way, kissed you on the lips at the Tonys.
Those pants are coming undone like this kimono.
And I think they call that. I think they call that shark knuckle. Isn't that what that's called?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, shark knuckle. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Need more women on this show, I think, in general, because it's devolving real quick.
Do you guys know what moose knuckle is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, very familiar.
I didn't know if that was like a universal thing, like everybody knows what you.
No, just in Wisconsin.
It's just See, that's what I wondered if it was just a Wisconsin thing.
Let us know in the comments.
Especially when Pure Annoying hasn't even invented it yet.
We'll figure something out.
The street sharks must not prevent our triumph. When the sharks came to the future, they discovered that my ingenious plan to re-engineer humanity was to come into effect this New Year's Eve. Just imagine their dismay when they discover that I moved the operation up.
And what about me?
You, my Neanderthal former self, I need 100 vats of that formula by tonight.
He's gonna turn on himself. I'm gonna call it right now.
Whoa.
Okay.
You smell that? Mecho sharks? Here? Now? In our time?
Target sighted. Fire.
Whoa! Let's get dorsal! Shark attack!
Let's get dorsal. Yeah. They can dive through cement?
Yeah, they tried a lot of catchphrases, and I think they never really got one that stuck. You know, let's get dorsal. Jawsome they use over and over. You'll hear it probably 5 times. So.
Does anybody say right in the blowhole at any point?
Let's watch and find out, George.
Okay.
System failure.
I know why it's so frenetic. I think it's if they stop moving, they die.
You will surrender immediately.
Whoa! These guys are fast!
And they wear belts too.
Keeps up their pattern.
That shouldn't have taken that much effort.
Cartilaginous!
You know what? the fight scenes are actually pretty good.
Yeah, there's a lot of them in here. I cut them out because they got a little redundant, and then later they do a montage of the fight scenes to a song.
Watching these fight scenes and the effects of this pre-workout energizer, I am amped.
Yeah, I bet. And I just want to hear this attempt at a catchphrase here.
I heard it.
Yeah, I didn't want to let this one go by.
Cartilaginous!
What is that?
Cartilaginous?
Cartilaginous.
No.
Yes.
You know, this must have been a fun show to write on, though. You know, because they clearly didn't say no to anything.
And they just got to write action scenes and then let animators worry about it. You know?
Yeah.
Cartilaginous! Thanks, dude.
I guess the big Slamoo can fly because he has these flaps under his, just like real great whites do.
Right.
I owe you one.
Surrender immediately.
Not in this lifetime! Jump dust, metalheads!
I think this is some of the best animation we've watched so far on this dumb show. Like, usually whenever there's a fight scene, they pick them up and spin them around, and then whing, just like throw 'em. And then, but this is like explosions and lasers. And
there was a little bit of slow motion with that car too, right?
Yes,
toppled,
totally. Yes.
This is by Deke, but it's kind of late into it's like 94, 95, so they maybe learned a little bit.
They invented like some sort of new animation slammer.
Yeah, and they spliced it, right.
Definitely
vastly new and improved metalheads.
We're totally outnumbered. 1,000,000,000 to 6.
Make that a gagillion to 6.
Guys, if we capture one of them, we can analyze it and find a weakness.
Surrender immediately. Surrender immediately.
Is that how that works?
Yep. The mirror reflects it. The side mirror reflects it exactly back onto them.
Check the physics books. That's what. Yeah. Just look it up. Yeah.
Vince, got a package for you. Special D.
Ready for pickup.
Always smiling, those sharks.
Snack time.
I have a question. Does everyone smile in this show? Is there ever a frown?
That's a good question. Yeah, I don't think. Well, one of the shark that got captured, I think, might not be smiling because he's down on his luck. Otherwise, all smiles. You got to see the shark teeth.
Hey, where's Jab?
ruining
He was
city.
right behind me.
Yep.
Jab!
Called
Jab!
Fish in the City.
That smells worse than that old milk carton in the back of the fridge.
There's a frown.
Oh, hey, Technohead! Why don't you time slam back a little farther, huh? Say prehistoric times. Have an up-close and personal encounter with a dinosaur.
Very amusing. You street sharks thought you could sabotage my plans to perfect the world with my airborne virus.
We still got time to stop you. D-Day isn't until New Year's Eve.
But there's been a slight change in plans. The virus is ready now. And you, street shark, shall be patient zero. Tomorrow night, humanity shall irrevocably change. And today, you shall become the first of this marvelous new race.
Ecto Cooler.
Gotta be it. Aerosol Ecto. I'd stop it there. Let's take a break.
It should just turn them back into sharks. Just regular sharks just flopping around.
Yeah, that would be the ultimate weapon, wouldn't it? And then you just watch that for the next 15 minutes of the
But
cartoon.
they would still have their pants on.
Like they should cut to actual footage of sharks out of water for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That'd be traumatizing.
Joe, would you see if there are any photos on Google of a shark wearing pants?
Absolutely.
Just for laughs.
I can't wait to do that Google search.
I want to talk about, because this was clearly, we've talked about it, clearly a knockoff of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and not the only one. I think, and the weird part, the thing that's always bothered me about knockoffs of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the comic book, was a parody. It was like parodying Frank Miller's like super violent Ronin comics and Daredevil at the time. And then when people would do like parodies of it, it was kind of like, well, it's already a parody. It's like kind of when Scary Movie came out, parodying Scream, which was kind of a parody. It just, it bothers me. I don't know how to explain it, but
well, if it's any consolation, this show lasted one more season after the original TMNT went off the air, which was in '96. This lasted till '97, so they got their one victory lap in, and then they.
You're right.
I wonder if they saw ratings go up that one year, just because the kids were like, "What do we do? Like, what
Did you ever do any?
Go to these?"
Yeah, I guess this is our only alternative. But it wasn't. There were more. Here's some more. And actually, wait. First, I'll show. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tried to do a backdoor pilot for something called Punk Frogs. They wanted to do their own spinoff. There's the Punk Frogs.
Oh yeah.
That some ooze went in a pond, and then Shredder found them and tried to turn them against the turtles.
Original.
Weren't there also like Battletoads? Remember that video game, Battletoads?
Yeah.
So let me show you some other. These are just intros for cartoons I found that, to me, seem to be ripping off Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What?
Biker Mice from Mars.
You remember them?
Yep.
What the hell is going on here?
I've never heard of them.
I feel like an old man, even though this is like 90s.
Was that 90s or was that late 80s? That must have been 90s.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was 90s. So
I have a
Mice...
slight recollection of that.
Yeah, I remember this one too, but just by name. I'd never seen it. SWAT Cats, the Radical Squadron. They were air fighting personified cats.
My nephew would absolutely watch that. He likes like cats that are badass, and like that would be like a badass cat. I might tell him about this.
Yeah,
I was in a cartoon once called Blue Cat.
Were they badass?
It's about all I can. I don't even remember what it was about.
That's all you have to. Oh, Nick. Also, Radical Squadron. That's the NWA Straight Outta Compton font, right?
You're right. Yeah, I recognize that anywhere. Yep. All right, here's another one.
They fight for right both day and night in every episode.
All together now.
Now it's time to hit the road.
Road Rovers.
I was gonna say, show us like what they are, and then have us guess what.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I would have said like, 20-something dog. You know,
right?
They're just like, whatever.
Well, I would have said Canine Crew.
Yes,
dude, that's better than Road Rovers. That's a lot better than Road Rovers.
Yeah. Oh, these are Battletoads, right?
Battletoads.
Me, I'm Chester on electric bass, thumping licks all over the place.
Is that Bebop or Rocksteady?
I'm Cornelius the singer, front of the band, got a voice that's a stunt. Yeah!
All right, what do you think? They're trolls with gems.
I was gonna
and they're
say,
radical.
I was gonna say, punk rock trolls for justice.
I'll say awesome Swamis.
Diamond Dudes.
Those are all better than this.
Look at 10 with a stone protectors. Now you know stone protectors. Our stones of
They work at a jewelry shop?
Yeah, they're the security guards.
What if one of us would have guessed that and had never seen it before?
This is I believe this one is a spin-off of Street Sharks. So any ideas?
I think I know the answer.
I'll show you a little bit of it.
Oh my God! Yes, I. Oh my God!
Dino Pals for Justice.
Okay. Any other?
Velociraptors.
Oh, good one.
Good.
I know the song. I never saw the cartoon, but I remember this song. And so I
Okay.
know the
Here
name.
we go. Dino saucers. They're from outer space, so maybe they came from a flying saucer.
There you go.
Oh,
Oh, we love those little samurais. I love cats.
Is it Samurai Pizza Cats?
That's Samurai Pizza Cats. You guessed that one right.
With Devo on the
Yeah, but also
soundtrack
they
here.
kind of have like a Charles Nelson Riley guy kind of making catty comments in it. Like, listen to the it's more like Fred Schneider from B-52s making comments. So listen to that.
Oh, we love those little samurais. I love cats.
Samurai Pizza Cats.
I wouldn't be surprised if it were him.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's
totally.
quite
I'm gonna tell my nephew about that one too. Like, he's gonna love that one. Yeah.
And tell them about Blue Cat too, even though we know nothing about it.
I did do the reboot of TMNT. I was the Samurai Rabbit.
Really?
Yeah.
So that would have been 2000s?
2000. it was after Sonic, same studio, so it was like 2004, 2005. Yeah.
And what's that like? Do they show you the art and then you kind of develop a voice? And
in fact, yeah, exactly. For the audition, they have, like a block of a monologue that your character would say, and they show I just remember he had his sword behind his head and he had a little kimono on. And it was,
shirt open or was it closed?
It was always closed.
Okay,
It wrapped up like with the bunny ears all like put up in a band. Yeah.
So, but what is your process like? Do you like sit in front of the mirror and like do it, or like how do you like? What do you? You're like, oh, this looks like it'd be more gravelly or something, or like, like what do you?
That's pretty much it. I mean, it's a finessing, like you come in with an idea and the director 9 times out of 10 will say, I like that, and let's take it in this direction. There was one I did. There's a show called One Piece I did, and I auditioned for it after, I think, Memorial Day. And all Memorial Day, my friend and I kept talking to each other in this voice. And so I went in on this audition and I saw this guy he looked like in the picture. And I was like, oh, this is what this guy sounds like. And I auditioned for it and I got the job. And then I remember getting hate mail for it because people are like, you ruined this character.
You know what? You got to hide your email address better. Like, don't just put it out there for everybody to read. To like,
it was all MySpace at first. It was MySpace, and now it's all Facebook and Twitter that I get contacted.
All right, and find Jason at the link below. It's on screen now, and send them all. Any kind of mail you like. Well, George likes to put together commercials that are thematic around the episode. What have you got for us today, George?
Well, I think it's fair to say that Street Sharks did not gain a foothold in our cultural memory. So I looked for commercials for other similarly forgotten toy lines, though I'm sure there are rabid collectors of each of these who are going to angrily reply in the comments. But you'll see that each commercial has 30 seconds to establish a mythos.
Saturday morning cartoons will be right back.
The battle of the sectors continues. Waspax is no match for the defenses of the ancients. Dargon's armies push the evil sectors back toward the hive. The monster Nar swallows up Skeeto. Pinsor evens his score with Skulk. But Pinsor doesn't see the giant destructor ball. Is this the end of Dargon's loyal friend? Watch the next episode of Sectors by Coleco.
That's awesome. Hit pause, Nick. So, Jason, can you do a voice like that, or is there like a term for that type of voice where it's like blah, 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 blah?
I would just call that booming narration. It's very much Don Pardo, Chevy Chase.
Of Sectors by Coleco.
Those are cool toys. I think they're kind of He-Man ripoffs, but I remember they had a puppet, and then the wings of the insects would be motorized, so you could have your guy ride on top of them.
And by the way, grasping, kidnapping hand sold separately.
Is that what he said? I believed you for a second. Yeah.
Watch the next episode of Sectors by Coleco.
Wait, back up. I want to see his genitals too.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got it.
That's a move, guys.
There it is. It's more of a... Yeah.
He's got shark knuckle too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of a centurion toe, I think. But yeah.
Okay.
Jake Rockwell, Ace McCloud, and Doc Terror each sold.
Jake Rockwell, Ace. What are the names? Great names.
Jake Rockwell, Ace McCloud, and Doc Terror each sold separately.
Rubber, Jake! Energize the assault mode! Let's do it! I name this Doc Terror down! Centurions! Take this! Energize the power mode! Balloons away! Fire! Now it's Doc Terror falls! Right, Jake? Right, Ace!
New Centurions, Jake Rockwell, Ace McCloud, and Doc Terror come as shown, each sold separately.
Were those kids... Were those kids playing in their parents' Zen garden?
Yeah, let's take a look. Where were they? Yeah, every kid just had one of these.
Well, that's the problem with the toys. Then you'd get them, and then you'd have your dump in the backyard that couldn't even compare to this. Like, look at this, and you'd be like, "Oh, this toy's depressing. I can't even do half."
Oh my God, we're on a giant couch.
Now it's Doc Terror falls! Right, Jake?
I remember trying to make rivers in my backyard, but then they would just kind of absorb into the dirt. It just never worked.
Yeah,
right, Ace?
New
Yeah.
Turians, Jake Rockwell, Ace McCloud, and Doc Terror come as shown, each sold separately.
The Saga of Crystar, a fantasy world of crystal warriors, demons, and wizards. Good wizards like Ogiodi, evil wizards like Zarda, and underworld demons like Moltar.
They've captured Ogiodi!
Each figure with a crystal prism that makes everything look like this.
Goodness and right, evil and might, the winner is out to you!
The Saga of Crystar collection. Each figure sold separately by Remco.
Supernatural! Now you can join the battle between brave Lionheart and evil Skull and their eerie ghostlings.
Lion, you're dying. Now, Master.
They change to fight with ghostly might. Turn them into the light and they change into even more powerful creatures.
Now, the lion in me is free. Take this.
Supernaturals. Lionheart, Skull, and Ghostling sold separately. New from Tonka.
Evil viruses are attacking the world's computers, and the computer warriors have been generated to stop them. A soccer trophy changes into an evil techno tank, forcing the computer warriors down.
You thought this was just a soccer trophy.
That's one way to get it past airport security.
Think again. It's actually, what, a tank?
Techno tank, forcing the computer warriors down. Hiding in a Pepsi can, the computer warriors fight back and deliver a direct hit. But the viruses keep coming, so the computer warriors convert a clock into a digital laser blaster and wipe out the virus air attack.
Yeah!
Computer warriors, expect the unexpected.
I remember those. Oh my God.
What do we
have?
have?
The video on the shelf over there. Yeah, we have the Computer Warriors. Yeah, it's an animated. I think they made a movie out of it.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So it's basically Transformers, but with even more everyday objects like Pepsi cans.
And electric pencil sharpener.
Yeah.
Can't believe they got clearance for Pepsi.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Expect the unexpected. Each sold separately. Computer and pencil sharpener available fall 1990. Only from Mattel.
Computer and pencil sharpener?
Yeah, I get. Oh, they had the mini computer that turned into something, and a pencil sharpener that turned into something.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
And by the way,
can it sharpen a pencil though? Is the question.
That's a great question. How functional? I mean, like Shockwave couldn't actually play cassette tapes, right? But if it
Soundwave. I believe Shockwave was the purple gun.
That was the gun that couldn't shoot people. So
right.
That's my point. If those were your favorite toys and you're angry about it, though, email Jason Griffith .com.
It's an Earthlink, right? It's an Earthlink.
Earthlink.
Okay, got it.
It's still Alta Vista.
Now back to Saturday morning cartoons.
Hey Nick, I found some sharks wearing pants. If you're still interested in that.
Yeah, very.
Google Images is full of them. Yeah, check them out. There's so many.
That's a horse.
I like that they threw in a horse wearing pants there too. But I don't know. I would say probably this is my favorite.
Yeah, that's number one.
Yeah. All right.
Sharks love boot cut. It's a known thing.
I just remember that having seen this. I went to Six Flags in New Jersey a few years ago and was waiting on a long line for a roller coaster. And there was a kid who looked hungover who was dressed in a shark costume. He was right in front of me and he kept farting horribly the entire line. The entire half-hour wait, I'd be like, "Oh, great, the shark farted again," and we would just be
audibly
stuck.
or
no, but you knew it was him because he was like right there, and I'm like, "It's the hungover kid in the shark costume." So, let's see if there's a farting shark. I almost said a sharding fark.
What if we found out later that Nick had completely made up that story? That story didn't actually happen.
I'd still believe it.
I want to believe it.
Well, let's find out what happens with Dr.
Wait, catch me up. What happened so far?
Well, it turns out they took one of the street sharks and used a new, from the future, a new technology to turn him into a submissive, loyal to Dr. Paranoid shark. So now he may have to face off against his own allies.
Okay, as long as they don't have rear view mirrors.
Right. Yeah.
Because rear view mirrors will. Okay.
That's the secret weapon.
Right.
Okay, here we go.
Well, the belligerent street shark is now an obsequious mollusk.
I am at your...
Wow, they used Obsequious in a kid's cartoon. Not bad.
This is like the CSI of kids' cartoons.
Yeah. Obsequious and mollusk in the same sentence.
I am at your command, master.
I command you to lead the Mecho Sharks to your brother's hideout and destroy them. Go! And you, my Paleolithic predecessor, you have 1 hour to finish formulating that virus. If you fail, I shall send you back to the real Paleolithic age.
You arrogant automaton! Without me, you would not exist!
Irrefutable proof that genius can originate from the simplest beginnings. Now get back to work.
He should tell him to like up his eye patch game or something.
Yeah.
You look like a doctor giving bypass surgery to a TV set.
You've been at this all night?
Yep. The thing's indestructible.
Really?
Except at the joints. Piranoid didn't bother protecting them with armor plating.
Awesome, Benz. That's what we'll aim for.
Whoa, dude, you have been busy.
Awesome! Buffed up and ready for battle.
My theory here is that they included this scene so that they could sell new Street Sharks with
new
battle armor.
accessories.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
We're gonna be Slimenoid's worst mecho nightmare.
I'm on eBay right now.
I was just over downtown. I saw Jab. He's coming this way. All right, Jab. He busted out all on his own. No, he's been seviated.
Seviated? It gets worse, guys. I just downloaded the Spot's memory bank. He's programmed to start spreading the airborne virus today.
I guess that armor protects his teeth. Nothing's getting through the top layer of that teeth.
And also, I have to point out, everyone shouts in this cartoon.
It's all yelling. Yeah.
It's God.
Well, that's what we did in the 90s, though.
That's right.
Everything was extreme and in your face. You're right.
It's because we were so upset about Full House coming to an end.
I know. You're one of the world's biggest Full House fans.
I
I
still think about your Full House challenge almost daily.
I think that's what we initially bonded over when we first met was Full House, and we talked Full House, and you knew everything about Full House.
You were the only one who could stand me talking about Full House.
I bonded because Jason is a former fat kid as well, and and we both watched a ton of TV growing up, and so we have that in common.
This may be something you guys don't know, but one of my aliases, because doing cartoons, you're always offered, would you like to be known as Jason Griffith or a fun name you make up? And sometimes I would make up a name, and I did several cartoons under the pseudonym DJ Tanner.
No,
really?
Yes.
Really? In college, I had a rap group, and I called myself DJ Tanner. Yeah,
that was MC Escher.
Did you really?
Nick was MC Escher. I I was DJ Tanner.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Wow.
Is that that's a Saturday morning cartoons exclusive, isn't it?
I think it is. Yeah. Look at now we're rebonding over both being called DJ Tanner.
The group's back together.
The boys are back in town.
Jason, if you ever want to start our spin-off show called Former Fat Kids,
I would love to. I have so many pictures.
And George too. Yeah.
Yes.
I
didn't understand why eating an entire, family-sized banquet Salisbury steak tray was considered like not healthy.
And then, I just ate a bowl of Strawberry Krispies and a Strawberry Crispy treat. So, I don't know if I've learned much.
But I'm going to start a podcast called Current Fat Kids. And
all right, we'll be rivals. All right, here we go. Here's the rest.
Creepazoid jumped the gun!
And Jab's the first victim.
We gotta find him!
Wait, guys!
See how he has a
we can
football
crack
throwing
this
arm
virus.
connected to his own arm? I believe that character used to be a high school football quarterback when he got turned into a shark. So.
He was a big brother.
That's right, yes.
I want one.
Always here for you, kid.
You can get me a sample of Jab's DNA to send to your father ASAP.
You got it! Now, let's haul Finn and find Jab!
Shouldn't be hard. He was leading an army of Meko sharks straight to your door. Oh man, I see it, but I don't believe it. Jab is one of them.
Well, not for long. We'll get him back. Shark attack! Time to try out our new toy.
Maybe literally.
Awesome. Fabulous!
Must capture street sharks.
Brother against brother. Like the Civil War. Exactly like the Civil War.
Must bring them back to Techno
Ken Burns actually did a documentary about this episode.
Oh no! Come on, Raw. Don't you remember me? Guess not. Don't take this personal. Whoa!
Got you covered, Street. Stay on jab.
Oh, an exploding football.
Ooh, I like that. Get up so I can hit you again.
The joint, Slam Man! Aim for the joint!
5 out of 10!
I like the chopping sound effect.
Why is he salivating?
Finally got you joined! Thanks, guy!
Audacious work streaks!
When do these guys find time to do crunches?
Yeah, their abs are incredible. I don't know.
Just insane. But
He's
you know,
battling constantly.
Yeah, and I cut out a whole battle scene out of this.
What? I was in prison. Oh, wow.
All right, I knew there was some continuity issue.
Yeah. There's plenty more to go, though.
Let's hope Dad can figure out an antivirus in time.
Have they mentioned New Year's at all at this point?
Just
They
once.
mentioned it.
Okay.
They mentioned it 3 or 4 times, but it's just in passing. So yeah.
But is it the lead up to a countdown, like a ball dropping or something?
You will see a New Year's Eve party at the end.
Okay, good.
is Dick Clark involved?
Is what involved?
Shark Clark?
Okay, Ben.
Dick Shark.
Dick Shark.
Yes, they're all involved.
Okay, Ben.
Mail.
It's ready for transfer.
Coming at you, Dr. Bolton.
Michael
this
Bolton.
is a DNA breakdown we took from Jab's saliva. Hope it does the trick.
Genes are
I'll
a
get
wonderful.
back to you as soon as I have some results.
I better get back to the battle outside. I can
Yeah.
see we need to buy ourselves some time.
Trying to come up
Let's
with an
hope this
antidote.
works.
The Pfizer. Go. Here's the montage. This is 5 minutes of the cartoon.
I assume this is a 22-minute cartoon, right?
Yes.
Oh, they have him sing?
Yes. Well, I think this is all just previous footage from the cartoon we've just seen, basically. And it does look like he's singing it at the beginning, but it's about him.
The
So I was
recap.
confused about that too, Jason. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not a musical. He's not singing.
I don't
or
think
what's just gonna
so,
happen.
but it looks like it because his mouth is
does.
moving from the previous scene. But
Okay. All right. I'm excited about this part.
Techno Paranoid has a few loose screws. He's a
He's
future
singing?
Dr. P with
no,
a shot
that's
of
he's talking about himself. He's like,
A
Dr.
paranoid
Paranoid
genius."
from the future is a few loose.
He doesn't sound like he should be reading Dickens right now. He sounds like
Yeah.
like the actual Michael Bolton.
Right. He has a raspy voice now. He's not. He doesn't have a British accent. Yeah.
Techno Paranoid has a few loose screws. He's a future Dr. P with a shorter fuse. A paranoid, gene-destroying evil dude who wants to turn the street sharks into piranha food. Mental headaches are attacking and the future's looking dim. But the Jocelyn 4 are diving in, kicking fin. crushing tears, throwing little scraps in the recycling bin. Yeah, we're gonna make techno history, sending back 1,000 years or more.
I remember that.
Yep.
We're gonna make techno history. Gonna slam the jeans.
You didn't have a seizure in the first half.
Yep.
We're gonna make techno history. It's a mecha munching.
My bad.
We're gonna make techno history. That's what we're fighting for.
Oh. It's the airborne virus.
He's really going to do it.
We've run out of time.
I'll check on Ben's.
Street Sharks! Your inevitable destiny shall finally be realized. At long last, you shall serve me, and your own brother Jab shall deliver you to me. Go! Transform your brothers! Administer their destiny!
Transform, brothers!
I said go! Do it!
He doesn't want to do it!
Wonder how many fatalities have occurred by that guy just talking too close to people.
The narwhal guy or whatever.
No, the narwhal, yeah.
He's like an ally of theirs, I guess. That used to be controlled by Paranoid, but now he works with the
No, but he seems stabby. He seems like he's, yeah.
Whoops, again.
Yeah, exactly. Right in the throat.
Sorry.
This should work.
It has to work.
Jab will need this.
Yelling.
Thanks! Spray them! Do it now!
Don't do it.
Fight it, Jabster! We're your family!
Jab!
Just move.
Kind of like the end of Naked Gun, where it's like, kill Frank Drebin, kill Frank Drebin, then something snaps him out of it, you know?
Yeah, Reggie Jackson.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, he's got a heart.
The antidote.
Oh, it's awesome! I've
That
got
shark
a little
never smiles.
score to settle.
Spray them! Hurry!
Check this out.
Shark
socks.
attack! Huh?
Wait a second. Those mechanical eyebrows?
Let's take a look. It does appear to be mechanical eyebrows right there. Oh, wait. I think those are tanks.
No, go one frame back, or one, you know.
Like go to the previous scene?
Yeah, to the previous, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, right before this.
Okay. I missed it.
It's like the Zapruder film.
Oh, right there?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, yeah, there, he's
Yeah,
got
oh,
the guy on the right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he has
You're
protective
right.
eyebrows. Look at
Yeah.
that eye.
Nobody's
Nice.
going to mess with his fin, eyebrows, or upper teeth.
I need some of those. Back it up there, General, just real quick.
Yes!
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
This, here?
back.
Meanwhile,
back.
the entire city's on fire behind him.
Yeah, right there.
Good thing no humans live in this city at all.
Okay. Yeah, they're not that interesting. Go ahead.
Yeah, but it is
We're looking
kind
for
of
genitals again?
Yeah. Don't really see genitals, but it is an odd choice of like a crotch strap that goes.
Yeah, I know. That's
Yeah.
what caught my eye.
Yeah.
Yes! Shark cases!
Was that one?
I guess that was
Sharknacious?
bodacious plus shark is sharkacious.
Sharkacious.
Makes
Okay.
perfect sense.
Yep.
They could have all said Baudet shark.
Would have made sense too.
You should have
Missed
written on the show.
opportunity. Yeah.
Yes! Shark cases!
This is how concrete works.
All right! Yeah! Woohoo! Yeah!
Like a Seal with a beach ball there.
All right!
Tough luck, techno creep. Dream's over.
No!
Whoa!
Check it out! They're disappearing!
Technohead's future is unraveling.
We've saved the future!
No! I loathe you, Street
I loathe you, Street Sharks.
Loathe you.
I heard love.
Diggity dig.
This seems longer than 22 minutes.
Not quite as bad as the mess Paranoid made of the future. Happy New Year, guys.
Look, he's
To an
about to kill him.
ungene slammed future.
To Dan!
They go to KFC?
To all Jossum dudes!
Yeah, those
And
cups.
to-
Some great things we can wish each other on New Year's.
Happy New Year, guys. To an ungene slammed future.
To Dan!
To Ben! To all Jossum dudes!
And to food frenzies.
And to the Colonel.
Here's that sax again. What did y'all think of Street Sharks?
It was jawful.
Now we're gonna watch every episode right now, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yep.
What we're gonna
in for
do-
the
3
long
seasons.
haul.
Yep.
This actually lasted 48 episodes. There was the 90-minute special that was their de facto first season that Vin Diesel mentioned, and then 2 other seasons.
Was it on Saturday mornings?
You know, I'm not sure actually. I think it might have been an after-school cartoon, but
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is that New Year's Eve episode aired in April.
Okay.
So yeah.
It has to be New Year's somewhere in April.
There is in Sri Lanka. I looked it up, and there are 2 of the cultures that share Sri Lanka on the 14th of April. Celebrate New Year's.
Of course.
Well, that's probably where this was by happenstance animated. So, you know, it sent it over to Sri Lanka.
Jason, I have a handful. I have a handful of voiceover questions for you.
Oh, good.
Nick, do you want to do this now? Do you want to do a handful
Yeah, let's
of
do
voiceover
it. Yeah,
questions now?
Can I ask one question first?
Yeah.
2 questions. First of all, is that 11,000 videotapes behind you?
Well, I mean, in this square, it's probably like 400. But
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes, surrounding me, 11,000. And then there's a big, huge pile in the center that I've been organizing for the last week.
Oh,
and
man.
my plan is to like reorganize everything, get them all up on the shelf, and yeah.
When we walk around the neighborhood here, sometimes there are little like library boxes where you're supposed to open up the little door, take a book. You can
Yes,
leave a
we have
book,
those
whatever.
too. Yeah, yeah.
They always have unmarked videotapes, and every time I walk past one, Melissa will grab my arm and say, "Get that for Nick."
I appreciate that.
Nice, nice. What
the
will
other
they
question-
be though? Is it like Jerry Maguire, or is it like Liar Liar or Armageddon? Like what's the movie usually?
In the box?
Yeah.
Oh, they're blank videotapes.
Oh, yes,
just
then definitely
no
grab
label,
those.
nothing. Like
Yeah.
not Betamax, but whatever, BASF. You know.
Yeah. It's probably a Seinfeld episode, but yeah, it's fine too.
And maybe this is a better question for off the show, but in the last episode, someone pointed out in the comment section at like 27 minutes in, there was a kid, and it sounds like he drops the F-bomb. And I listened to it like 7 times, and I'm like, he absolutely did. Was this ever dispelled?
Yes, I believe we got to the bottom of it. And do you remember what it was? It was like
I don't know what this is. What is this? This is is an episode of what? Shaturday or of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. What was
there a character named Buck or something?
Oh,
was that it?
That might have been it.
We got to the bottom of it, but I cannot remember exactly what it was.
Wow.
Jason, I'm going to get back to you via
Please
your
do.
Facebook page.
Okay, I have a handful of questions. Is there ever a time when you're tired of your job? Because I can't imagine that job would ever. This has to be a labor of love for you. Like even like a bad job would be fun. I feel like. Is that true or false?
Oh my God, it's wonderful. I'd never say tired of the job. Once I did a cartoon where I was a singing snail, and they sent me like demos of the songs I would have to sing, but it was man singing like this, but I had to do it in this voice, so I had to translate all of his songs into this guy's voice. And that made for some very, very late nights before going into the studio. Yeah.
What do you do for your voice when you have to do that raspy voice? Do you have like a lemon and like hot water kind of a thing, or like do you just power through?
Yeah, in fact, and it's weird because I've had many blowout sessions where I can't talk afterwards, and I have to go back and do it again the next day for like 4 hours.
Really?
I found that my voice comes back exceptionally quick these days, and I don't know why. And I thank God that happens, but like I'll come out like talking like this, and then the next day it's like, oh, here I am back in the saddle.
Well, okay, so related to that, can smoking ever be beneficial to your line of work?
Absolutely.
Because I feel like a lot of those guys did smoke, or like radio DJs all smoked, and they're just like, rah, 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 and they had like a cool, deep, gravelly voice.
Sammy Davis Jr. No, yeah, I mean, just cigarettes really, I know a couple voiceover guys who just chain smoke, and they have the coolest sounding voice, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm willing to go that dedicated, but
can they write off cigarettes on their taxes? Probably because of that, because that's like their right.
I'm gonna say no, because you shouldn't do that.
What? Okay. Well, okay. So so if you're recording, if you're doing a voiceover and you have an idea for a line or something that the character might say, can you offer it up? Can you
absolutely?
Be like, yeah. Like Baudet Shark. You said Baudet Shark. Like, would you be like, hey, what do you think about Baudet Shark?
Yeah, and a lot of times your idea will get shot down, but there are those rare instances where, especially if we're doing a pre-flap show, which it's already is that right? It's the show where it's already animated and we're just dubbing over the Japanese stuff. If the line doesn't fit the mouth, many times it's the director and the producer just trying to brainstorm like what would fit in that character's mouth, and a lot of times something will just come to me and say, oh, if I just do it this way, and they'll go with it.
Okay, you get to join in that. Do you ever get into the character like a Daniel Day-Lewis type of a thing? Like, do you like really submerge yourself into a character, or do you just show up, read the lines, and get out of there?
Never like a Daniel Day-Lewis thing, but I do have to speak like the character a little bit before I go into the booth. I can't just I can't just start from nowhere. So there has to be a lot of times in New York on the subway ride or the walk to the studio, I'd be talking under my breath like Shadow, just oh, well, I guess the subway's not coming today. Great. Things like that.
You run really fast to the recording booth just to kind of get into the yeah.
How often do you have to do evil laughs? Like, how many evil laughs would you say you've done in your working?
When I've played the bad guy, every single episode.
And it's mostly exposition. If I could only get to the secret time converter, I could find a way to stop those pesky, right?
I'll tell you what, Nick, that is the most fun you will ever have in a studio is the long rambling monologue as a bad guy, because you just get to take it wherever you want to take it, and it's it's so much more fun to play the bad guys than the good guys. I'll take both jobs, but the bad guys are like, I don't know, they're just cooler.
Yeah, bad is always way better than good.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of bad guys, let's listen to
Boss Hog is gonna let you nice folks down on Cliff. Well, I did. Oh, knock it off, you fucking head.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, wow.
Sounded like knock it off, you fucking hippie. I think we determined what it was as knock it off, you bucket head. Wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And that's by the actual actor who played Boss Hog, right?
Yes, it was. All the original cast was back for that. Yeah. George, is there anything that we can glean from this episode of Street Sharks on this post-New Year's?
There's definitely a lesson for us.
Really? Interesting.
Despite having the highest education funding per student internationally, America's youth are ranked a dismal 25th in science. Maybe it's because their hopes are dashed when their expectations of technological advancement based on what they've learned from cartoons cannot be found in their school laboratories or even in the world at large. That inspectors have no gadgets, that turtles are not ninjas, and that no shark is likely to be found on any street. But perhaps that should give them more impetus to soldier on into unexplored regions of scientific discovery with all the bravery of Ukla the Mock. Because with our encouragement, today's D student may become tomorrow's Dino Saucer. And that's why I always say, the more you battle is twice the knowing.
Bravo.
Wow,
Bravo.
you encapsulated everything that we just saw perfectly. Nice work.
Jason, I don't know if there's any good way to end this other than you opening your robe.
It's open. It's at this point, it's open. I will say the rest of this year for me is going to be jumping around like a house on fire, having some fun tonight. And, you know,
George, did you get the reference there? I know Nick got it. George, did you get the reference?
No.
Okay.
I sang Rock and Roll Santa so many times about 4 years ago when I went home for Christmas that like everyone in my family was like, shut up. One more time.
Nice. Do you have anything to promote? Do you want to? Do you got a Twitter or you got an Instagram or what do you?
I do. Yeah. I'm J Griff _4 the number 4 real on Twitter. I don't remember what my Instagram handle is. And what do I have to promote? I'm doing a video game, but I can't talk about it. It's a top secret video game, but it was recorded within these. If these walls could talk.
Wow.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see DJ Tanner as a video game voice in 2021.
Oh,
Absolutely,
that
possibly.
would be special. All right. Are we wrapping up here?
We're wrapping up.
Hey, Jason, I'm going to start my email for tomorrow morning that I'm going to send to you. I'm going to tell you all about my day today.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait to read it at 6 a.m.
Yep. That's when I send them.
Have a jawsome New Year, everybody, into an un-gene spliced future. Happy New Year.
That's all. That's it.